Okay, now I've got that shit out of the way. So, I guess we're doing this shit now? I'm finally using this camera as the Lord intended to project my image across the land like some mad bastard. So, fuck it, why not? And what am I using it for outside of that fucking reveal? The Kingdom tier list, because why the fuck wouldn't I? So essentially, you've seen the other two, I imagine. You know how a tier list works. So for tiers, we've got S, A, B, C, F. Repack didn't buy. So basically, the first one. And whatever I tried to do with the second one, I undid. That's about it, I guess. Let's get the fuck on with it. Grimlock. So with Grimlock, I find that he is a very good mold with very good detailing, but he's yellow. For some fucking reason, he's sickly yellow. Put him in C because that's fucked him. And if it wasn't for the fact that's the only version of that character, I'd have sold him because fuck him. Beast Wars Megatron. I'm going to say Beast Wars Megatron is an A. I appreciate what they did with him, but I felt like the execution didn't really land all that well. So, you know, it's one of these. What are you going to do? But all in all, very solid figure. I can't complain too much about him. Ractonite. Okay, I'm going to come out with a controversial opinion here. Okay, Ractonite. So, controversial opinion time, I guess. So with Ractonite, and I find this with all the fossilizers, apart from possibly Transmutate, I found them all very lacking. They're good, but that's it. And I feel like what they are carries them more than what they're good for. What the fuck am I talking about? The concept is cool, and it's there, and it's wonderful, and then you get to the actual figures, and you're like, they're okay. I guess. I think all of my fossilizers are going to be a B. Optimus Primal. Don't even fucking at me. He's just great. What the fuck do you want me to say? Waspinator. I think with Waspinator, I think he's probably B. Because he's both better and worse than Thrilling 30. I don't have the original, so get that out of your head. But he's better and worse than the original. So he's better because he's not as fragile. He's worse because he doesn't feel as robust. He feels like the shadow of Thrilling 30, but at the same time, he's not as finicky and fragile. I know Kingdom E30 Waspinator broke after an amount of time. I can't remember this one's name. Fuck, that's gonna bug me now. Oh, he's Dracodon. Okay. Oh, the other one's Vertebrake. Okay, yeah. So Dracodon. Just C. He's just a little guy. He's radioactive for some fucking reason. Why? It's not a bad mold. I don't hate it. He's fine. Kingdom Red Alert. I didn't buy him. I've had Clampdown from Legacy, and I liked what they did with that version of the mold. And I like the look of Red Alert, but I am not fucking replacing my Siege one. I like the consistency. Kingdom Galvatron. So, Galvatron for me is an A bordering on S tier figure. I love that Galvatron mold. With the flaw of the shoulders, I'd drop him to a B just because it can be distracting. It can be. I'm not saying it is. It just depends on who you are. And because it was so widespread to begin with. But considering I then went on to replace this guy with the Legacy one, because it's battle damage free and it's got the correct shoulders, I'm going to put Galvatron in a C. That does not reflect my feelings of Galvatron. Like if I ever did a Gen Select one or a Legacy tier list, Galvatron will be higher. Mark my fucking words. Core Class Starscream, didn't buy. So, in B&M in the UK, literally just before New Year, they got a load of Core Class figures in, but it's all the same ones. It's Dracodon, Soundwave, Optimus, and Megatron, who I now have. They're up there. Apart from Dracodon, he's up there somewhere. But I haven't seen Starscream yet. I'll buy him when I see him. I haven't had any airtime with him yet. Wingfinger. He's on par with Wingfinger. He's fucking on par with Ractonite. Paleotrex will be when I get to him as well. So Cyclonus is a goat. He is a fucking phenomenal toy. I fucking love Cyclonus. But he yellowed to fuck, so I got rid of him. I'll put him in B. Same with Galvatron. That does not reflect my feelings on that mold. That's just my experience with the Kingdom release of the figure. For now, he's a B. No, that's not what I think of him overall. Earth Mode Mirage. Never got him. I have no interest in the Earth Mode of Mirage. I am hoping to get a hold of Crasher from Velocitron, but we'll see how that goes. I gotta make a few phone calls and beg the wife a bit. The Ark, or should I say Sovereign, because that's what I call him. Because the Ark is a fucking stupid name for a character. He's a low B. I think in the case of the Ark, I hear people say he's the worst Titan. I'm like, I don't think he is, because I wouldn't want to get rid of him like I did Thrilling 30 Metroplex, but he's not that great. Like, if I looked at the Titans I've got down there now, I'd probably say the Sovereign is definitely one of the lower end ones, but what can you do? I don't make the fucking rules. I think Mainframe's being counted separately here. Wheeljack is a repack. Go see the Siege one for more thoughts. Not the Siege one, the Earthrise one. RC, same rules apply. Scorponok, I know a lot of people don't like Scorponok. I think I shit on him a bit when I did the short, but I don't actually hate the guy. He feels half cut. Go put him next to Waspinator because, yeah, on an objective level he'd be a C, but I kind of like the guy, so I'm putting him in B. He's just dumb, but I still like him. I think this is core class Soundwave. Yeah, it is, because I wasn't a Soundwave in Kingdom. He's a high A. I can't justify putting him in S to myself personally. I like that Soundwave, that core class Soundwave. The only bit I don't like is you can't do fuck all with the feet in cassette mode. Either way, they're going to be sticking out. But apart from that, I rate him. I fuck with him. I would buy that Sound Blaster if it came up cheap. Because my fucking tight arse. Dinobot. So Dinobot is... I'm going to say Dinobot's a high A, because the only thing that lets him down is the posability of the Velociraptor mode. The detailing is fucking phenomenal. The robot mode is fucking phenomenal, but the posability in Velociraptor mode, it ain't there. So, Huffer. So, I'm going to make a controversial statement, a potentially controversial statement, because I know I have a Huffer enthusiast in the server. If you're watching this, this is for you. Huffer is the worst version of the Huffer mold. He's not even that bad, but like the colour scheme don't land, and I don't like this version of it. I prefer the Pipes one. So, yeah, looks like he's... no, C's too harsh. I'll put him in B. Because he's not a bad toy, but I don't like his vehicle. I don't like transforming him, and I don't like his vehicle mode. Because I just feel like the truck cab never tabs in properly. But as a robot, I don't mind him. He's okay. T-Rex. He's a low A because he's a straight repaint of Megatron, but the colour scheme for the T-Rex mode is quite nice. I quite rate it. But the paint scheme in robot mode's fucked. So they were meant to have a new head with gritted teeth, and they were painted silver, and they didn't replace the head, so he's just got silver lips, like he's went down on a Cyberman. But as for the T-Rex, no, what am I talking about? And then in the torso, yeah, sorry, fucking shut up, you idiot. In the torso, that's all just been one solid colour of grey, so it's very underwhelming in Robot, but in T-Rex, I rate it. Warpath, I didn't buy. So I didn't buy Warpath because I had the Generations one. And I remember watching Dr. Lockdown's comparison, and he said, pretty much, it's your choice. And I was like, cool, save a bit of money and I'll fuck him off. But now I'm thinking if I see him cheap, I might get him. Just for consistency across my line. But I don't know. See what happens. Inferno. The Autobot Inferno. I would say he's probably... He's an A. I really fucking like the Inferno mold. Grapple mold? I can't remember who the fucking original was. But I really like that mold, and the fire truck version of it as opposed to the crane version is just so much nicer. Like if Artfire was here, I think I'd put Artfire higher than Inferno. Road Ranger is a low A because he's this guy, but black and orange. You gonna try and convince me that that's not the sickest fucking colour scheme? You're a fucking idiot. Blaster. Blaster's an S. I can't deny it. Everything about Blaster works like it needs to. And like, if I was doing this separately, Eject would be right at the fucking bottom. Is it Eject? Yeah, it's Eject. Is it? Oh, fuck knows, that little cassette guy comes with. If I did him separately, he'd be at the bottom. Because they've completely moulded him out of clear plastic, he's such a non-entity to me. So, fuck him. But Blaster I love. And I'll be buying Twincast, and I've got the Shattered Glass one. So, I can't fault Blaster. Tigatron. So, Tigatron... I think Tigatron's on brand... On brand? What the fuck am I talking about? On par with Dinobot. Everything's running for him. Everything's working for him. There's just something that's saying not an S tier. Might be the fact that people are saying he yellows. Mine hasn't yet, so I can't comment on that. Plus, he's already a bit pre-yellowed anyway, because he's a tiger. What the fuck? Because the tiger mode is meant to be a bit dirty, I think. Maybe it's meant to be like just the colour of the fur. I don't really know. But he's already a bit off-white anyway. But Tigertron's the best improvement on the cat mold, and I want to know why they didn't use Tigertron as a base for Predacon Ravage, because if they did, I'd have bought Predacon Ravage in a fucking heartbeat. Jackpot and Sights. Oh wait, no, Sights is that. Okay, so just Jackpot. Jackpot is a high B. Jackpot's on par with Huffer. Actually, no, he's on par with... Okay, so I'm going to just fucking explain myself. So I really like that SS86 Jazz mold. I liked it on Jazz, I liked it on Jackpot, I liked it on Knockout. And I like that colour. But the thing that lets this guy down is the most common fucking complaint ever. The head's fucked, and they never did anything about it. If they fixed that, he'd probably be an A. But because of such a glaring flaw, and it's fucking horrible, because like you look at him from here, he's fine. I'm not turning my head the other way, I'll just mirror. Yeah, here we go, I've just mirrored it. You look at him from here, he's fine. But as soon as you look at him dead on, it's fucked. Like how did that get out the factory? En masse. Fucking Joe fucking Hasbro, man. I swear to God. Kingdom Magnus. I didn't buy. I've had some exposure through the Shattered Glass mold, and I like it for the most part. But this Magnus would not replace my Combiner Wars Magnus. Not this one. Maybe that leaked Commander might do it. But this one, no. Also, that leaked Commander just nullifies this fucking release. Unless it's going to be some... No, it's SS86, yeah. So, that one nullifies this one. Pipes. My boy Pipes is an S. I don't know why. I just have this weird affinity towards Pipes. I fucking love him. Like, in the thing I'm writing at the minute, I'm trying to find a way to include Pipes as a character. Just because I love that toy. I love that take. The blue works, the truck cab is better. I want to go with that over Huffer. Plus I like the weapons more. Vertebrake. Vertebrake's B. Exact same mold, just... I like... This looks artificial as fuck. This legitimately looks like a fossil. I think the only thing that lets me down with Vertebrake is... Looks like a fossilizer. I think is classed as a fossilizer, but doesn't break apart. Say I'm a man-child, I complain. Mainframe, yo. So Mainframe has got to be... Mainframe's got to be an A tier. Not because he's good, although I do quite like him. He's a very fun release. I rate him. But it's more because he's a homage to an Action Master. He's a good fucking size. He turns into Teletran 1. He turns into the Bridge of the Ark, although granted, that's symbiotic with the Ark, so that's whatever. I had a fifth point I wanted to raise, I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, he's the best sort of Titan inclusive figure, which have only just gotten better as the time's gone on, and it fucks me off that we didn't get one with Metroplex. But yeah, we got the big ass fucking weapon, but still. Tracks straight in the fucking F, mate. Like, that toy has no reason to be designed the way it is. And I don't get what happened with him, because like every other modern remake, right? Sunstreaker, Wheeljack, Sideswipe, Red Alert, Prowl, not so much Hoist, Grapple, fucking, who else is there? So many Jazz in SS86, so many of these figures have just been pretty fucking good, but with QC issues that bring it down. Like the design is there, but the QC brings it down. This guy is just brought down by his design. Fucking hate transforming this guy. He's fucking shit. I hate him. And I know for a fact someone's gonna be like, if you don't want him, I'll take him. That's not what I'm saying. His robot mode, he looks like the best candidate to fit in with a Siege collection. So I'm not getting rid of him. But that doesn't mean he's good. Earth mode Sideswipe, same as Red Alert. Paleo Trex, exact same shit. Really cool idea, feels kind of flat. I don't know what it is, I think just the build of them is just quite awkward. Especially the robots. And I get like, oh, you're making a robot out of nothing, but it's like, you see the Junkions they're doing, and you're like, holy shit. You see the modulators they did, you think, holy shit. You see the weaponizers they did, you think, holy shit. Then you get to these guys, yeah, maybe the idea is, oh, they're weird. I don't know. Weird designs aside, it just, as a toy, it doesn't translate that well. So it's very mid for me. Like the idea, not a fan of the execution, and I think that's been done on fossilizers. Core Class Optimus. He's got to be up here. Can I? Fuck it. I'll say put him up here. He's just a great tiny Optimus Prime. I think the idea with Core Class is it's meant to scale with your Titans. It doesn't in the fucking slightest. But I can respect that. I rate that figure and the effort they put into it. Same as Soundwave. Pterosaur, you know exactly where he's going. He was my worst fucking figure of last year. Just, actually no, he can stay there. The quality of the build is just so fucking piss poor. And I don't get how, because like, I thought if the mold was reused all the time, that's when it fucked things up. But the feet are brand new. I don't know. I don't know enough about toy design and toy production to make educated guesses. Oh, okay, I put Sights as his own thing. Put fucking repack, because he's essentially a blue Pteroxodon. I can't remember what I said about Pteroxodon. Megatron. So Megatron's like probably, of the not these guys, of the core class, Megatron's like my least favourite. I think that's just because of how limited they are with what they can do, because he has to turn into a tank and he has to still retain the same traditional shape. Maybe I'm being oversympathetic. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know. Air Razor. So Air Razor is going here. Air Razor would go up here, but we'll get to that one. But this mold is just fucking brilliant. Like, this is the thing that pisses me off. That is such a good mold, but they fucked his QC to the point that I don't like Pterosaur. Like, this mold is so good they're still reusing it for Studio Series, for Rise of the Beast. Cheetor. Going in to see my man, because you're just a bit shit, generally speaking. Like, Tigertron improves everything about that mold, but that mold still exists, so what do we do? Rhinox. Rhinox can go down here, because he feels like a worse next level evolution of this one, where you've got the flaps of skin. Oh, why did I say it like that? You've got the rubber plastic on framework, and you tab it all together to create the ultimate. Not the greatest. I don't hate it. I was about to say Tripredicus. Fuck. I was about to say Tripredicus. This isn't Tripredicus. Fuck off! This isn't Tripredicus. This is Tricranius. And I like Tricranius a lot more. Put him up here, because he's still Ractonite, but he's got the better colour scheme, and he comes with all those blast effects. And while that's not the be-all end-all of a figure, I can respect it. Okay, last few. Road Rage. I like Road Rage more than I like Trax. The colour scheme's better, but Road Rage is still let down by being that mould. I think that's about the size of it. Puffer. I really like Puffer. I like the baby blue. I like the white. I like how essentially it's just a nicer version of Pipes, less industrial feeling. Puffer gets to go there. Black Arachnia. You know what? I'm going to be that guy. Can't wait for all the comments to call me a simp. Kingdom Black Arachnia is genuinely a fucking phenomenal spider mold. Like, I've only ever had interactions with the animated one, but I think the Kingdom one's the best Black Arachnia figure. I also think the spider mode looked better than the Masterpiece. Maybe that's just me because I've never owned it. Rodimus Prime, I'm fucking not even doubting it. Not a fucking doubt. I know I said in the Earthrise video that Skylynx might be my favourite commander. That's a very difficult choice to make. You have Jetfire, who's a league of his own. Then you get Skylynx, who's also a league of his own. And then you get Rodimus, where it's like, okay, so we're now doing Voyager/Leader, but bigger. Not size-wise, conceptually bigger. And you get to Motormaster with Menasor. Okay. And then you get to the leaks of Armada Prime. Yeah, okay, cool. I think every commander class will be S tier. I can't remember if I put the other two as S tier, but if I didn't, fuck off. Core class Hot Rod. I didn't buy. I haven't seen him. I know he's got a very veiny, throbbing laser sword. Mutant Tigertron. So I always thought less of Mutant Tigertron, but I think Mutant Tigertron's literally on par with Tigertron. Optimus Prime. He's a repack. He's just the Earthrise, but I think there's a slight difference with the colour of the gun or some shit, but not enough for me to care. He's also fucking expensive now according to eBay. Shadow Panther. Same there. Just, I don't even care. Skywarp. I fucking love Skywarp. There's something about that colour scheme that just slaps so much fucking harder than Air Razors. I just fucking love it. And I think his tolerances feel better than Air Razors as well, but I can't remember. It's been a while. Slammer. So, I know a lot of people that gushed over Slammer, but I'm sorry. I still think Brunt and Fast Track are more fun. Also, I'm just now realising that Rat Trap wasn't in for some reason. Rat Trap would have been an A. Love that robot mode. It's a shame about the weird shoulder joints, and it's a shame the rat mode can't really do anything. But that figure's fucking fantastic. And I think that's it for the Kingdom tier list. What do you guys think? Are my opinions objectively shit? Because that's how opinions work. I'm aware that I said Kingdom was my favourite of the trilogy, and I feel like I've backed that up with the amount of praise I've given it in this tier list. But yeah, that's it from me for now. I don't really have much else to add to this at the minute. I don't know where I'm going to go from here because I can't really do many more tier lists. Maybe I'll do a whole Studio Series 1. Maybe I'll just start branching out, covering other stuff. But generally speaking, I'm done with War for Cybertron now, unless I eventually get around to a War for Cybertron retrospective, in case anyone's interested in that video, because I was going to do it, I just never did. Wave 2, 3 and 4 of Studio Series are going to be done in their own video, because there's enough there to cover the same length of time as there was with that first video. Maybe I'll just cut out the ones that I don't own. I haven't quite decided yet. And sorry if this audio sounds different. I've actually recorded this a couple of days later, and I'm still getting used to how this mic works. And if you look on screen now, you'll see the patrons, so thank you very much. Thanks to you guys, I was able to put some money towards buying a new mic, and thankfully it meant that the dog didn't go hungry that week, so that's pretty good, isn't it? She's still mad that I even made that joke, and I'm not even talking about the wife, I'm talking about the dog. But yeah, that's it from me. I haven't got anything else to add. I'm not giving that fucking fuckwit any airtime. I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back with whatever, whenever. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a good one.